Welcome back. First, let me say thank you to all of you who voted and for allowing me or indulging me into doing something special for my birthday today. I wanted to do the first unboxing battle, and I wanted it to be with Hot Toys figures. So you have submitted your votes, and the winner between Thor and Iron Man was Iron Man. So I guess Thor's gonna have to wait until next time. So let's place him there. Some die-cast models, and for those of you who may not be aware of what a die-cast toy is, it's a toy that is made with the die-casting process. What does that mean? Die casting is a process in which you use molten metal or plastic, and you put it into a mold to create some kind of shape or figure. You might remember the house Mattel, not Martell from Game of Thrones. House Mattel, it's famous for having the Barbie brand, but they didn't have anything for kids, for boys. So they came up with 1/64th scale toys, which were Hot Wheels. All of you know that Hot Wheels are these small cars made of metal, and that is precisely a toy made of die casting. So, just quickly wanted to share why here it says die cast. Look at this box. Really nice, really beautiful. And there are two pieces. So let's start by opening it and see the contents. This is Iron Man from the second delivery, the second Iron Man movie. Even the box is next level. As I said, this comes in a two-part box. Wait. This needs to be documented. Tell me what do you think about it? And the best part is, it comes with batteries that will allow you to, light up the suit. And since this is die cast, probably I'm expecting the figure itself to be metal. Well, I thought it were two pieces, but it turns out that the actual box, that's really nice. The box itself, it's just a two-part, just a fancy way to open the box. Here we have Neon Tech Iron Man 2.0. Sneak peek. Damn. Tell me that this is not you. As I said, this is a 1/6 scale figure, which means that this is 6 times smaller than the life size. Life size can vary. Life size of a car is not the same as the life size of a person. So this being a 1/6 means that if you put 6 of these figures, one on top of the other, will reach the size of a life-size Iron Man statue, let's say. My goodness, this is beautiful. Okay, let me calm down. Let me close. And let's do a proper unboxing, closer. We'll get less me and more watching Iron Man. So without further ado, let's take a look at the actual figure. It's good to mention that this is a Sideshow exclusive, meaning that Sideshow, which is the #1 retailer or the exclusive retailer for hot toys in North America or United States. So it's a nice box. I really like it. And as I said earlier, this is Neon Tech Iron Man. And we removed this upper part. It's really a nice box. I like it. And let's put this around here. Now let's take out the actual figure. And here we have 2 pieces. The first one, the actual figure itself. As you can see, beautiful. We have the stand and the batteries in the back. We have a user manual. Here you can see we have a couple of other parts, batteries, and the stand. So let's first take a look at the figure. Damn, it's heavy. As I said earlier, die-cast metal, and they always make sure that the figure is properly taken care of. So the first thing to do is actually remove this. Wow, it is heavy. It is heavy. Really nice. So smooth, you can't imagine. This is what I call quality. I guess this will be removed one side, remove the head. Yep. can try later on what's the extent of the figure itself. Okay. Man, you have no idea how good, how beautiful, and how seamless, like effortless movement on all parts. So soft, yet heavy. Alright, so, and let's take a look at the other hand gesture. These are other fist hand gestures. There you go, I have increased the brightness so as we can make something of it. As I said, these are a pair of fists, and these are other hand gestures. For the base or the stand, let's take a look at it and take him out. I gotta say, packaging here is also top notch. This is a U-shaped stand, quite easy to prepare. It's really nice. I'm into Neon Tech. You just need to push this here. You need to apply a lot of force. Once that is done, you have the base. This is the set of batteries, and also it has a screw. Small one, so that you can also do the work of putting lighting into it. We will do that in a moment. So here there are several parts, interchangeable. And we will read the manual and find out what they are used for. These are a bunch of interchangeable. These are also two energy beams, and the beams can be probably used with the hands here. We have a bunch of, as you can see, accessories, batteries, things to put together, so we will do that now. So now let's take a look at the manual. LED light up functions, interchangeable armor parts, interchangeable forearm armor, interchangeable hands and accessories, etc. Leg movement, waist movement, arm movement. The arm and the legs are really important, and we need to make sure that we are not, overdoing it so that it probably breaks. Again. So here you will have information on how to set up the LED light up functions. You can see there's a on and off button on the head and on and off button on the back for us to have, the light from the chest, and also through the arm we can also install a couple of batteries so you can have proper lights in the hands as well. So let's do that first, and then we can play with some of these interchangeable parts so that we can pose him. These are interchangeable parts that you can put. There's this one specifically will help us use the beam, the energy beam, so something like this. Make sure that the shape goes appropriately there. We don't want to force it nor break it. There you go. So nice. Anyways, we'll play with that a bit in a moment. Let's continue. It also gives you extended movement on shoulder, some other parts. See, arm 160 degrees, not more than that. If you do this, probably it'll damage it. And to be cautious with the shoulder as well. 20 degrees here on the upper leg and 60 degrees full leg extension. Also 90 degrees and 160 front and back. So that's important. What else does the manual state? Once you submit the figure to light, the reflective patterns will pop up. So we'll test that in a moment as well. And don't let it drop, it'll break. It's always good to read the manual so you know what the figure can or cannot do. So that's important. Let's start with the lights first. So step number one, let's start with the light up functions on the head and then subsequently on the back. These parts, as you can see, these are 3 batteries, and we need to face them on the negative part. Also, I removed the gloves so that it's easier to discern between parts. Here you can see that you have something to hold on, maybe batteries and also parts of the figure. You have a screw here that will allow you to install them. And let's start with the head. Carefully remove it. You saw here that something popped up. It's a nice head. You can remove this with the hand, but also you can use the other thing. And this side also is where we will put the the actual batteries. Now you can see here that there are two magnets, so that it automatically goes. So let's remove this, and be careful because every time you try, the magnet will try to pull. Yep. Okay. I made it. So now with this switch, not sure if you can see it. Yeah. There it is. There it is. That's one. Now let's work our way into the back. So we'll make a little bit of force to bring it out. As you can see, we have then looks like they are in place. Let's test it. The switch is here. Yes. Okay. That is done, and then we put this back. Make sure that here, this goes inside here. Push a little bit. Ha ha ha. You'll see better once we turn all these lights off. Now let's do the same thing for the arms. So as you can see, this is really nice, but we need to put some lights in, and maybe we can also change the fists. But for now, let's focus on, and again, be careful with the figure, because some of the parts are plastic, regardless of this being metal. Lightweight metal, but if you put everything together, you will see that it's a bit heavy. So we're not using this. If we want to extend the leg, we can put these things up. And just like the legs, there's a bunch of figures that bring, similar, well, most of the armors bring similar structure. So anyways, enough talking. You see this part? This is a plastic part that can be removed. Let's extend the arm a little bit and help it with So silly me, the thing is that there are two different types of batteries. A bigger one and a smaller one, which is for the arms. So that's why we had some weird stuff on the back. So no wonder why it wasn't fitting. There you have it. Let's test it first. Yep. There you go. Let's put this back. There you go. Now I can safely put this back. And that's it. For this side, let's do the same thing for the other. So I fixed the little issue we had here. We had one of the smaller batteries. So that is done. You can then put this back. And we have this arm ready. We only have this remaining part to be installed. Not quite sure why this is not illuminating properly. I'll take a look, but probably it's the batteries. Anyways, so you can see this bad boy is light up. So what do you guys think? Looks awesome. So I'm really happy with this figure. Looks awesome, looks badass. And I'll probably start changing a couple of these smaller parts which will accompany the set of arms, and probably I'll use one of these. Really nice. I'm really happy. I mean, really happy. Look at this. You guys made an outstanding choice. And there's more. There's another Neon Tech Iron Man they're waiting for us to review, as well as a Neon Tech War Machine. So stay tuned. Before we wrap it up, let me just comment that all the stripes, probably I have put it into different lights, and in the shadows it does not cast any reflection, probably because of the types of lights that I am using. But make no mistake, if you put them into a strong source of light without the need of turning on everything here, it'll just work perfectly, and it'll show you the whole figure like lighting up, which is really nice. Alright, let's put some of this stuff into the figure. So what we want to do is change the inner, forearm, and the outer, and these are 4 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you have it. So as I said, try to be extra careful with these little parts here. so that you don't break those. Also, it's worth mentioning that if we lower the arm a little bit here, the shoulders are held by magnets as well. So you can just remove them. See the magnet there. And this little piece can be changed for this other piece. And we just need to make sure that this magnet sticks there. Also be careful with this one because it's not that resistant. Now we just let it go there. And same thing with the other side. Make sure that we remove it. And that we put the other one. This one. Just get it near. It'll automatically pop there. There you go. Nice. So it's really been fun. I enjoyed a lot doing this unboxing. I'm really happy with it. I hope you have enjoyed with me. And what a way to celebrate a birthday. I couldn't ask for less or for much more than that. I'm really happy with it. And I appreciate that you took part on it and indulged me on it. So again, thank you very much for being with me here. And I see you in the next one.